Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestle Debate and to Survivor Series out of 10. Raw v SmackDown, Roman Reigns v Drew McIntyre, Asuka v Sasha Banks, New Day v Street Profits, Undertakers Farewell, What's Not to Love. We'll get straight into it. Let me just quickly run down what happened on the kickoff show. The Gobbledygooker became 24/7 champion, and I have to tell you, I did not expect that. And also, The Miz won a dual-branded Battle Royal, which has no consequences whatsoever, knocking off Dominic Mysterio last. But let's get straight into the main show. Started off with Team Raw v Team SmackDown in the men's match. The two teams stepped in the ring early on, but Seth Rollins was distanced. Corbin started off before tagging in Otis, and AJ went for a tag and Riddle came in. Otis and Riddle fought it out for a little bit before Seth Rollins was tagged in, and he eventually just took a knee, and Sheamus got tagged in, and he just let him broke kicked him, and that was it. Sheamus was out. It was very strange. Team Blue was furious with Rollins before we got some super heavyweight battles between Keith Lee and Otis, before Styles got the tag in, and after a bit of melee, hit a phenomenal forearm to eliminate King Corbin. Riddle then tagged in to eliminate Kevin Owens, and then it was 5-2. Otis and Braun had a little bit of a fight, really. Braun recovered and took out Otis after Otis was dominating for a while, so it's down to 5-1. Jey Uso was actually on a roll for a little bit, just taking down them left, right and centre before Keith Lee eventually got on top, hit a spirit bomb to eliminate Jey, and all 5 members of Raw were remaining. Couldn't believe this. I thought maybe Jey would get a couple of pinfalls to impress Roman, but no, I was wrong. I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. Bit of a burial for SmackDown, but I can kind of see where they did it. And as for Survivor Series matches, they're never going to be classics, but I thought this was fairly good. Street Profits were backstage having the Undertakers theme song before Big E came out with a New Day, and they were all happy, and then we got the match underway. Dawkins and Wood kicked off the match before Kofi was tagged in early on. Dawkins hit a massive drop kick and then a double team moved before Kingston managed to get on top and hit a massive splash on Wood before Ford took out Woods on the outside. Kofi mocked Ford and Dawkins before Dawkins finally got the tag, and followed up with a twisting neck breaker. Dawkins and Ford were punishing Wood before Dawkins hit a running slice bread. Kofi eventually got the tag, however Tez hit a top rope splash, allowing them to get the pin, and this was a huge win for the Street Profits. A great match, better than tag team match than I can remember for a long time in WWE. This really put over the Street Profits, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, all the women's team were arguing backstage before we got Sami Zayn v Bobby Lashley. Typical sort of style you'd expect. Sami Zayn scared, Lashley just beating him up. Zayn was not happy that the Hurt Business were at ringside, and he tried to recuperate multiple times on the outside because Lashley pretty much got all the offense in before the Hurt Business kept on trying to send him back into the ring. Sami managed to convince the ref he had vertigo, allowing him to get a quick roll up, but that's all he did. After that, Lashley dominated, hit the Hurt Lock, and that was that. I'm going to give it a 6.75 out of 10. Fairly good match, just kind of the way you expected it, which isn't a shame, to be honest. Sometimes you just have to go the way that you all expect it. Asuka takes on Sasha Banks up next before Roman Reigns was really angry with Jey Uso for losing, and he told him to get out of his sight. But then we did get into the match. Banks started off strong and locked in a headlock as the match began, but Asuka got out and Banks rolled into an armbar, really technical to begin with. Banks kept on going back to the armbar before it went to the outside. Banks licked off the barricade and Asuka caught her with the knees up before getting a near fall in the ring. Banks locked in the Banks statement, and it looked like it'd be over before Asuka eventually got out and was dominating, hitting big kicks and hit a sunset flip before Asuka got the back stabbed, and Banks put her in the Bank statement once again and got the huge victory. I'm surprised she got this victory, but to be honest, I think it was probably the right result, so yeah, I'm not complaining. Good enough match, 6.75 out of 10. Tozawa then won the 24/7 championship before R-Truth won it back, and then we got into the women's elimination match. Bayley and Evans started off before Natalia was tagged in, and she was on top for quite a lot of the match, tagging in Evans. Jax eventually got the tag and joined forces for a bit to take her down. Liv tagged in and Lana stole attacks from Jax and she was furious. Royce was in and Bayley entered the fray to the corner before hitting a suplex. Royce hit a massive superplex and then hit the deja vu to get the pin on Bayley. Wow, that is a huge elimination. Shows what they can do with pace and Royce before Natalya immediately eliminated Royce. Evans came in and then eliminated Natalya with a women's right. The Riot Squad teamed up against Jax and they were on top before Shayna came in and broke it all up. Riot piced out from a submission from Baszler and Liv Morgan managed to hit a crucifix bomb and eliminated Lacey Evans. Morgan went for after Nia but was tossed away. Liv hit a DDT before Nia quickly got on top, hit a Samoan drop and eliminated Liv Morgan. Bianca Belair then used their agility to stay alive in the match and managed to kick out from a leg drop from Nia. Baszler was locked in a Karafusa clutch before Belair got out. Baszler locked it in again on the mat and Belair got out with Baszler still on her back. They all went out and they got double disqualification. So then we were left with Nia, Bianca and Lana. Nia and Bianca were fighting, got a double count out which left Lana in the ring on her own. Surprise, surprise, to get the win. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Really quality matchup. Definitely above the expectations I have for Survivor Series matches. So yeah, well done. Then it was time for our final match of the evening and kind of main event, Roman Reigns v Drew McIntyre. The two champs started things off really slowly to begin with, just trading submission before Roman hit some big strikes and was dominating. Before McIntyre turned things around and hit a future shock and hit a Samoan drop. Drew then hit a spine buster for another near fall. McIntyre reversed a spear once Roman got on top. Roman then eventually got out of the hold, speared Drew through the barricade when they got to the outside, and from then on Roman was pretty much dominating. Roman then hit a low blow and got a guillotine while the referee was out to get a big win. Roman walked up the ramp and after the match towards Jey Uso and hugged him before celebrating one last time. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Really quality match, loved it. And then finally it was time for the Undertakers Farewell, which kicked off with Shane McMahon, The Big Show, JBL, Jeff Hardy, The Godfather, The God Twins, Savio Vega, Rikishi, Kevin Nash, Booker T, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Triple H, Kane and Mick Foley all coming down to the ring. We got a few snippets of interviews from greats like Stone Cold and Batista celebrating him before Mr. McMahon came out and welcomed out the man himself for his last interview. He dropped his knee into the iconic pose one last time while an image of Paul Bearer appeared in front of him. The music started playing again as the dead man looked on and rolled his eyes before walking out on Survivor Series, and it does look like that was it. I was thinking maybe the theme would come out, but no, it was just a celebration of a great career, and maybe that really is. All I can say is thank you, Taker. Overall, Survivor Series gets a 7 out of 10 from me. A really enjoyable show overall. I don't think there was any shocking matches or shocking segments. Really enjoyed both the Survivor Series elimination matches. The main event was class. I think the results went the most right the way on the most part. So yeah, pretty good damn show. And of course we got to say goodbye to the Undertaker legend. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news. And subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!